Fay Woodall was an F2 doctor who had a look at this while she's working in ITU. But she looked at sort of ED's blood fill. She concentrated on ED's blood fill volumes, and this is the sort of QI project that she did. So this is the sort of from her report. So the UK standard is 20 to 30 mils of blood to be cultured per adult patient, which we sort of, we don't do very well. We don't do that very well. There's a direct relationship between blood culture volume and positive yield. So the more blood you have, the more likely you are to find a bug. Every 1 mil increase in blood volume, there's a 3% increase in yield of bacteria. False negatives can occur if you don't have enough blood. You're unlikely to grow the bug. And there's not much bug in the blood, and that's why that is. So she, over 1 week period, each audit cycle, she worked with Vanessa in the lab to weigh the blood culture volumes, weigh the blood culture bottles to see how much blood was in them, 1 gram being 1 mil of blood. And so this is pre-intervention. So the first sort of time she looked at this, well actually Simone, I think you'd looked at it before this, but the first time she looked at it as part of this QI project was in February 2018, and 54% of the aerobic bottles were less than 5 mils, and only 12% of the aerobic bottles were at the optimal 8 to 10 mil range. And a sort of similar story with the anaerobic bottles. So she then did some education, face-to-face teaching with junior doctors, educational poster emailed to all junior doctors, reminder message added to Maxims about the fill volume. And it is, to be fair, that the blood culture bottles don't lend themselves very well to filling the right volume, as Michael said. But she did some sort of reminders about that. Presented at clinical governance meetings, which I think was ED. Blood culture fill volumes added to ED nursing safety briefings, so at the handovers it was discussed. An educational poster put up in ED. So then she reaudited it in May 2018. So if you look at the aerobic bottle, May 2018, gone from 54% being underfilled, less than 5 mils, to now 26% less than 5 mils, and then the rest more. And there's a big increase in overfilled bottles, and the consequences of that are, well, not too bad, I think was the conclusion we came to. So just more educational stuff. She reiterated the messages. And in where the bottles were stored, she put a little reminder about the fill volumes. And this is a sort of final stage of it. So if you look at, in February 2019, further reductions in less than 5 mils in the aerobic bottle, and further reductions in less than 5 mils in the anaerobic bottle. So we've seen improvements in our blood fill volumes over this period. Fay, she's here for the next 2 years, which I'm pleased to say. She'll continue this work, continue education, continue driving the message. So I'd like to thank Fay for doing that work, and thank the lab for helping her do that.